Well, hi there and welcome to Home Wizards. I'm Cindy Dole.
Hey, I'm Eric Stromer.
And thanks for hanging out with us during this holiday season as we're getting you closer and closer to being fully ready for the big day. And it's all about centerpiece ideas. I love coming up with little centerpieces, and I know you do as well, using flowers and fruits and nuts and all those kind of fun things that you can just buy in the produce section,
Sure,
right?
yeah. I mean, I got to tell you, there's so many opportunities and possibilities when you have the right kind of container.
Yes.
You know, there's just tons of stuff you can do. Yeah.
So cranberries. If you haven't purchased cranberries yet,
You better get them.
you better get a couple bags of cranberries because you're going to be delighted by the ways that, really multiple ways, these little guys, not only do they make great cranberry sauce, but I mean, this is a terrific, beautiful centerpiece and decorative idea. So for instance, let's say that you had a long rectangular serving dish. Maybe it's red, maybe it's sterling silver, maybe it's white, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. This is going to be your main kind of a, we'll call it just your vessel or your platter that you're going to build everything on. And so if you have some votives, do you have little votive jars?
Oh, I got votives.
Do you have votive jars?
You know I do.
Okay. There's something about an odd number of them, so it'd be nice if you had a rectangular platter that's large enough to put maybe 5 of these little votives, all the same, shape and size. And then you can buy them with already candles in them and just mix up with the red and green and the creamy white, whatever color you like that says holiday festive. And then you just surround those votives that are now on this rectangular platter with the cranberries, and then you put some of the pine twigs in there. And the key is you sprinkle either a little bit of sugar or a little bit of artificial snowflakes, and that gives it that kind of crystallized look.
Oh, almost like
Done.
ice.
Like ice.
I got to tell you a story about votives.
What's that?
Last night after the cookies were baked, instead of washing glasses for my milk, I actually took a votive and drank milk out of the votive.
Did it taste great?
It tasted fine. I just didn't want to do any more dishes because I was tired. So I just took a tiny
and there was no wax.
And it was like it was just these empty little, almost like ramekin
Sure, it's like a
votive
shooter.
type things, right?
It's like
a shooter of milk.
Well, I've seen restaurants do that. I think in Vegas where they serve you wine in a little votive.
Yeah,
so
isn't that
you're
nice?
right. You're right there on
See?
trend.
Yeah, fashion forward.
Now, if you don't have any of these tiered cake trays,
You better
yet,
get one.
These are just really year-round, just like the hurricane vase and the cloche and some of these other things we talk about. This is a year-round item that you can use seasonally to decorate, right?
Yeah, well, this gives you 3 different levels of display.
Mm-hmm.
So that if you have a crowded table with a ton of stuff on it because you're having a huge, beautiful dinner, you might as well go up instead of out, right?
Smart.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So this works well.
And now you could use fresh greens from when you purchased your Christmas tree, or go back to a local nursery and get a few more of them, maybe some mistletoe, or even use artificial.
Yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't.
And
I like the real stuff. It's so, when
Smells
you're
great.
buying your Christmas tree, these branches are laying on the ground. You might as well just grab a couple of them before you go.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's stealing.
No.
It would just end up getting thrown
Or
out
maybe you
anyway.
could ask, hey, can I have this
You may
branch?
just tip the guy and have, hey,
That's a good idea.
Hey, pal,
Can
give
I
me a couple
have
of those
just this
branches.
one? Yeah. That's a good idea. Christmas ornament balls look great as a decor item, whether it's on your mantle or it's on your coffee table or it's on your dining room table. And the idea is to fill maybe a silver bowl or even a glass bowl or whatever you have. I've used, in our kitchen, we have a tall hurricane vase, and I have these large multicolored balls, and that's all there is to it. You're done. But you can take it to the next level. You could add some holly and evergreens. Very inexpensive.
Very pretty.
Because a lot of times we're thinking, oh my gosh, company's coming. I mean, are you going to be having people over for Christmas? Are you cooking?
Well, I know Marilyn's going to be there.
Okay, so what are you going to do for your centerpiece? You've got to throw it together. See, these are some ideas.
I may do the green glow.
What's the green glow? I love this.
It's the opaque, almost glass colored candles.
Almost
right?
like jade.
Almost
Very
like jade
pretty.
green, and then a green glass clear plate.
Uh-huh.
And then some
pine?
some pine fronds, if you will, and then maybe some beautiful little green muted ornaments on top of that. So it just gives you that real lovely sort of all green all the time. I may go that route.
Yeah, there's something about going monochromatic, whether it's in design in your home or, a holiday decor. You don't have to always be red and green.
I know. It can get a little, it's a little much sometimes.
Almost Disney-esque.
I agree.
But I like the idea of using a soft, it's almost like a mint, sagey jade green. Very pretty.
Here's my goal.
What's that?
My mother-in-law, Marilyn, goes, oh, nice table centerpiece. bam, I'll pump my fist underneath the table. Right?
And that is that the tone?
She doesn't notice anything.
Is there a little bit more enthusiasm? Like, that's a great centerpiece.
No, it's just
kind of
off the cuff.
Oh.
But I will be inundating her bedside table with multiple photographs of me with my thumbs up. As she falls asleep, I'll be right there.
And I think a photo of you making the centerpiece, kind of holding it, just kind of leaning over, and with a big smile and a thumbs up, and then she's going to go. It'll be like subconscious. She'll then go to the centerpiece.
Yeah, but she'll still turn the photo face down like she always does.
All right, so how about carnations? A lot of times people poo-poo carnations because they're among the cheapest. I mean, didn't you think, wasn't that your little thing at the prom night?
Let's not say cheap. They're less expensive.
Okay.
Yeah.
But wasn't that your little boutonniere for the prom?
Probably. Well, anything works with a vanilla-colored tuxedo.
All right. Well, picture getting red carnations.
Yeah.
And you put it inside a rectangular glass vase. Now, this is the other must-have. If you don't, you're going to go to Michael's. You need to get the cloche. You need to have an apothecary jar. You need to have a hurricane vase, and you need to have a rectangular glass vase.
Well, get that three-tiered cake plate deal.
And the three-tiered, those 5 things. But with this rectangular glass vase, you're going to cover them using a hot glue gun with candy canes. So imagine surrounding this square vase with the candy canes standing up.
That's kind of cool.
Very clever. And then you just, have like a nice little red ribbon around the center. And then you just put the red carnations inside. Done.
By the way, if you want to remove the candy canes ultimately, single-edge razor blade will get all that glue off very, very easily, and it won't scratch the glass.
Good to know. Very good tip.
Or just leave it like that for the rest of the time. It's not a bad look. And those glass vases are not that expensive.
They're not. They're $10 or $15.
You could just use it for one season and be done with it.
All right. Well, we have so many more ideas. We're not done yet. We have to get you into maybe even using paper whites, as in those beautiful bulbs that are flowering right now, and how you can have that fragrant idea as your centerpiece, or maybe for Marilyn in her guest room.
Yeah.
More coming up. Eric Stromer, Cindy Dole. You're listening to Home Wizards, and in fact, you're listening to Eric singing with the Good Time Carolers right here.
Mother and child, holy. Away in a manger, no crib for a bed. The little Lord Jesus laid down his sweet head. The stars in the sky looked down where he lay. The little Lord Jesus asleep on the hay.
Wow, who was that singing right there?
That's the little Lord Jesus right there.
Now, that was Eric singing with the Good Time Carolers.
Yeah.
And how do we spot your voice? Your voice is right there.
It's the gentle one.
It's the angel.
It's the one with the lambs.
Eric Stromer, Cindy Dole, you're listening to Home Wizards and the Good Time Carolers, who do, by the way, go to your Christmas parties and all that good stuff. Just check them out at yourhomewizards.com. You might want to, if not this year, you might want to think about next year. They do Disneyland. They do all the great spots, and they dress in that Dickens attire, and it's so darn cute.
Yeah.
So getting ready for the centerpiece for your holiday table, Eric and I, during the break, were just saying how you've got to get some of these basic vases. I mean, once you have, the 3-layered cake tier, the hurricane, the apothecary, the rectangular vase, all these different things.
You know what? Once you have them, you can throw oranges, tangerines, lemons. You could put apples.
Wow.
That's it. Done.
So talk about the Tower of Apples. I mean, this is gorgeous.
Not the Tower of Babel.
This is the green granny apples.
That's it.
Right?
And in an apothecary jar. That's it. Done.
And then you just kind of, let's say this is at your dinner table for Christmas. Maybe use a little beveled edge mirror, as the table runner.
Oh, you're taking it to the next level.
And then you can just put a couple of candles around it, and then maybe you throw some of your pine cones and some of the greenery. Done. Very simple.
Done and done.
Very, very pretty. And if you haven't purchased the pretty paper whites that are blooming right now, those great holiday time bulbs that are so fragrant, you can just put that with a little potting soil, and then use some mini ball ornaments to kind of conceal it, and have that.
And by the way, those
bowl.
mini bulb ornaments are not expensive. They sell them in sets, and they're pretty inexpensive.
Yeah, I mean, imagine using like whites and greens and silvers, or some different colors that are really cool and different, right? How about pears?
how about them?
So,
who doesn't love them?
I know that you love pears, and now imagine buying some pears or even getting artificial pears, which you can buy at, the arts and craftsy stores, and then using a little Sharpie pen and writing a give thanks or some kind of a message on 3 of these pears, and then nestle them in the pine branches with the pine cones and the mini little silver balls. Isn't that pretty? That's that's like a runner of a home run.
That's the kind of the centerpiece that you just start grabbing the pears and eating them because they look so good.
Well, but these are artificial, so you're not going to eat these.
You'll be sorry if you try.
You're going to lose a tooth.
That's right. Then you can say, all I want for Christmas are my 2 front teeth.
My 2 front teeth.
You can sing that
literally.
song. See, it's theme related.
It all works. Yeah. Now, if you haven't purchased one of these cloche things, it's like a big ball or bell, I should say, that you place over something. Such a great display. You would use maybe a platter of some kind, a plate of some kind, and then imagine maybe having, any kind of arrangement you like. You could put some fruits and nuts. You could put some roses and pine sprigs or a big ball ornament. You could even create almost like a snow globe effect, which is what I've done the past couple years, where inside that cloche, that turned upside down bell, I have like one of my little standing Santas, and he's in some artificial snow with a polar bear that looks like he's skiing. And then
Very cute.
And then you can add some those battery-operated little lights, and you can hide the little battery switch in the artificial snow, and it looks like a snow globe.
Very, very cute. And how much are the cloches? They're not much.
$20 top. $20 tops, and the idea is anything goes. Just be imaginative, and this is your snow globe. Whatever speaks to you. It's a little village. It's a little, it could be Nutcracker guys. It can be whatever. You
want to hear something that I could do right now?
What's that?
I could just get my white pitcher, throw some some little sticks coming out of it.
Yes.
Tape some of the Christmas cards to the sticks.
Cute.
Done.
Very cute.
Did I spend any money? No. Does it look great? Yes.
Love it. Maybe
will people be impressed and try and copy me? Yes, I'm sure they will.
I think I feel like I want to see some red ribbon or something.
You could have that
or
too.
Lights.
You could do whatever. You could put lights. You could do ribbon. Whatever. You take it to the next level.
Nice way.
I'm just talking. What can I do right now in my house?
Done.
That's the one I can do.
And if you haven't purchased an amaryllis, because right now they are blooming, okay, you can get a couple of these hurricane vases. Now again, we're talking about centerpiece ideas. Imagine having 2 of them, and then using cranberries as the base. Okay, and kind of have the cranberries up to the water line, and then you put the amaryllis bulb, sans dirt, just the bulb, okay? And it's going to be sitting in the water with the cranberries. The cranberries hold it upright, and then just wrap around that hurricane vase a red ribbon with a little sprig of greenery, and you're done. You've got 2 beautiful hurricane vases filled with amaryllis.
Pretty.
Yeah.
Love it. How about the luminaria?
Oh.
Have you seen them?
Well, yeah.
Inexpensive as all get out. You can take any white bag, any colored bag if you want. Preferably, it wants to be a little translucent.
Yes.
You're going to put your, not your real flame. I don't want you to use the real flame.
Your
Just
LEDs.
use the LED lights that look like little lights inside. That are on timers, by the way. I love those. And then you can string ribbon around the top if you want, or you can just leave them as white bags with the light in them. Looks fantastic. Come on.
Very, very pretty.
Again, I could do that today because I have those bags.
And you will
right now. I might do both.
If you have a Monopoly, I'm sorry, not a Monopoly game, but if you have Scrabble sitting around the house.
I do.
We love the use of Scrabble because now you could just have it spell out your holiday greetings message. So how cute would this be if you have some kind of a nice silver bowl or platter, or maybe it's a crystal, white, china, whatever it is, just kind of keep it consistent with whatever the color of the vessel is. And then let's say if it's a silver platter, then put some silver Christmas ball ornaments in it, and then grab those 2 trays of the Scrabble holder for the little tile letters. And then for number 1, have it say seasons. And number 2, have it say greetings. And it's just kind of sitting in there. Cute as all get out.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
My mother-in-law, she plays the Scrabble all the time. That may get her. I might do that one.
And you can tell her that she can take it home.
You could tell her that it's only 7 points, and then she gets mad and storms out of the room.
And then after Christmas dinner, you can take her down with a game of Scrabble.
Take her down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet she's fierce with her Scrabble.
She's kind of she's merciless.
Now, if you haven't yet, buy one of these like trifle dishes, another glass vase that you want to have that filled with old school Christmas ornaments that are that are in green and red and white.
You mean like the bigger ones?
Like the
big
outdoor
bulbs.
lights
Oh, sure.
that maybe are not working anymore.
Even used. You can use them, repurpose them, and use them.
And so that's kind of like your filler inside this dessert, glass vessel. So instead of a dessert, you're going to use this as a centerpiece.
Yep.
And then a candle, a single pillar candle in the middle of it. I love that. It's very simple, very easy.
Done, done, done.
Yeah.
And then, again, these carnations are showing up all over the place. How about have you seen the red and the white ones?
Cute.
Just red and white around a candle on the inside of them with the glass surrounding all those. That'll get you.
Very simple.
Yeah.
Now, we can't forget deer moss, because even though when you think of that really bright apple green, granny apple green, it's not the traditional holiday color, but I love that because especially if you had like a red table runner going down one side or down the center of your table, and if you had around the house, let's say a mirrored tray, with maybe acrylic glass that kind of has like a surround or any kind of a tray. Just imagine putting this, you can buy this at Michael's. It's a bag or two of this deer moss that comes in that neon green, and that's going to be the base of it. And then fill it with little votives, maybe as many as 10 or 15, and it's going to look really fancy. It's going to look like it's the cover of a magazine. Very, very cute.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
How about the paper cone trees?
Cute.
You're just using the wrapping paper, right? And then you create a cone. You use tape to tape the seam. And it's just a flat, almost like ice cream cone shaped wrapping paper thing that's about, 6-8 inches tall. You can do varying sizes. Run that down the center of the table. Done.
Very cute.
Hello, I could do that one right now too.
And would you use wrapping paper or?
Yep, I'd use wrapping paper.
Why not?
Because you have it already.
And you can do different heights.
You can also make dunce hats for the people that get in trouble.
Okay.
How
about if you had a big, silver punch bowl sitting around the house? Why not make this your centerpiece? And the trick is filling it with those large pine cones that you have, maybe some red pears that you can buy in the produce section. And then, if you can find them, some antlers.
I got them. I have antlers.
You have some antlers?
I've got some right now. I was going to put them on the car.
Okay. Well, you could put some.
I put them right in the center of the table.
They're real antlers?
Yeah.
They're okay.
No, they're real antlers.
Okay. Well, you could put this now in the bowl and then put it in your car. And then so basically you'd have red pears, loose greens, Christmas greens, the large pine cones, and then tuck in a little antler, and then
just a little tiny antler, Britt.
Yeah, and it's in this silver bowl. I mean, it just
my antlers are too big though. It might overtake the table.
Is it a full blown?
It's a big antler thing.
Okay. Like an insurance commercial size? That might be.
I mean, I was going to put it on the front of the car, so it's big. I mean, it's like a substantial antler.
Okay, then you probably can't
Maybe
use that.
Maybe that's too big.
One.
I'm not going to use those
antlers. You might
antlers.
need to do something different. But all these ideas we will put on the website because centerpieces can be so funny. We hope you just get some of these basic essentials and just mix it up.
Mix and match.
Right?
That's all you got to do.
Eric Stromer, Cindy Dole, you're listening to Home Wizards, and when we come back, we have some more fun ideas to help you get ready for, the last few moments before Christmas. How about some DIY gift baskets? Boy, we are oozing ideas. That's next here on Home Wizards.